It's been 80 years since the date which will live in infamy. Today marks the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941.
There aren't many people who were alive to remember that bombing, but our Darian Leddy found two people locally who do recall, and during a lot of history, what did they have to say?
Well, Tom and Caitlin, I sat down with two people who were both young adults at the time of the attack. They knew exactly where they were and what they were doing that day, and they still feel that shock and fear to this day.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. Our country was actually being bombed.
It's been 80 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor, leading the U.S. to enter World War II. More than 2,400 American servicemen and women died that day. 99-year-old Margaret Fusselman was 20 years old at the time, living in an apartment in Rochester, raising a 2-year-old and one on the way.
Took a while for that to finally settle in your mind, because we've never been in war.
About 4 years before the attack, Fusselman and her husband visited Pearl Harbor on their honeymoon.
In my mind, I was picturing what the Pearl Harbor looked like, and I couldn't think all these bombs blowing everything apart.
She recalls being issued rations for things like sugar and shoes.
I used my shoes rationing for the kids because they kept changing, Well, that's just something you do.
96-year-old Jay Laurie was 16 at the time of the attack. He recalls working at the movie theater when his boss approached him and told him that Pearl Harbor had been bombed. He then ran home and told his mother.
I told her of Pearl Harbor, and she was not too happy, and it just occurred to me that we were in the war.
But as soon as Laurie turned 18, he joined the Army to fight in World War II. He spent 4 years with the 6th Army in Europe.
We started out in France, went through Germany, and into Austria.
Even though the attack on Pearl Harbor happened 4 decades ago, it's important that we never forget what happened and honor those who lost their lives that day and in the rest of the war.
I hope people like you that's young don't have to live through that again. It's such a frightening thing to see everything blown to pieces. I don't know what I can say that would make anybody realize how awful that was at the time.
And this September, a Kellogg man named Lloyd Tim, who was killed in Pearl Harbor, was finally laid to rest. His family buried him in Kellogg, where they celebrated his life with full military honors. Tim was just 19 years old when he was killed at Pearl Harbor. Tom and Caitlin, back to you.